Yo, what up, yo? It's your boy Shady C here. So, yesterday I went to see the Elvis movie. And for those of y'all that actually know me personally, I grew up on Elvis. Love Elvis's music. I love a little bit of every kind of music. Like, there's no style or genre of music that I completely dislike. I like a little bit of everything. But anyway, so I went and saw the movie yesterday. And I want to give you my little review. It was incredible. There's one criticism I have, and I'll get into that in a minute. But the movie itself was incredible. Austin Butler, yo, he sounded just like him. It was crazy. And I learned, because I like to look up little things about a movie before I go see it. I learned that the 50s singing was all him. That was not Elvis's voice. That was Austin Butler's voice. He trained his voice to sound more like Elvis. Now, the 60s and 70s voices you heard, that was all Elvis. But the 50s voice, that was actually Austin Butler doing the singing. He did incredible. Tom Hanks did really good. I mean, he really nailed the accent of what you would imagine Colonel Tom Parker would sound like. So I thought that was really cool. My big criticism was, I mean, the movie's 2.5 hours, so it's got some time to it. But they still sped through some parts that I would have wanted more info on. I found out that the movie that there was originally supposed to be 3.5 hours. That there's an extra hour and a half that was cut from the movie to bring the time down a little bit. But the guy who made the movie, Baz Luhrmann, I think is how you pronounce his name, he mentioned eventually maybe releasing a full cut, which I think that would be cool. I think that would probably address my only criticism of the film. Like, okay, so when you get to Elvis's Hollywood years, anyone who knows anything about Elvis knows he hated doing those formulaic movies. He didn't like doing them. But they kind of sped through that part. Like, they had a screen where it had each movie title and then like kind of like sped through that part. And there was a lot of focus on the Colonel, which I can understand, but there's times with the Colonel where you're sitting like, all right, you can cut that part out of the movie. Because really, I mean, I know the Colonel was a dick, but I don't give two shits. I want to see more of the Elvis stuff. So that's the only criticisms I have right there of the movie is there's certain parts that it goes way too fast by that you kind of want them to slow down on. And other parts are like, okay, you can skip that. I don't care about that so much. But beyond that, it was an amazing movie. I'm going to give it a star rating here, too. The girl who played Priscilla did really good. It was a really good job. They had a little girl play Lisa. There was a little bit of Lisa in the movie. Not a whole lot. Priscilla got private screened. And you got to remember, she lived a life with Elvis. And she said it was the most accurate portrayal that they've made so far. And you know, in the 80s and 90s, they made a lot of movies, a lot of Elvis docudramas. This ain't the first. The one on Stars was really good. The one was, I can't remember the man's name, Save My Life, but that was a good one too. But she said this was the most accurate, and I'm going to trust the woman who lived it. So, honestly, it blew me away. It was such a great movie. And they've got songs in it. If you know the words, you can sing along. I kind of did under my breath because, as y'all know, your boy can't really hold a tune much. But I can't recommend it enough. If you don't know nothing about Elvis, you should still go. It's worth it. Trust me. If you love Elvis, you should still go. It's worth it. Trust me. If you don't know anything about Elvis, you'll learn about his life and what he went through. And he went through some shit. He went through some shit. They show some of his childhood, not much. They basically show what influenced him musically, which I thought that was pretty cool. Honestly, it's hard to get a 10 out of me when it comes to movies. As you know, when I used to go see movies more often, which I'm going to start doing again. I want to. I miss going to movies. I do a grading scale on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 the best, 1 the worst. This was a 9. This was a solid 9. The ending was emotional. The movie itself was just a great movie. I can't say enough good things about it. If anyone says anything negative about it, don't listen to them. They're assholes. And I'm an asshole too, but I'm an honest asshole. But anyways, yeah, definitely check it out. If you saw it or if you're gonna see it, Push comment down below. What did you think of the movie? And as y'all know, it is Shady C, and I'm always right.